One of the questions that I often get is, what is Tableau exactly? And is Tableau any good to do some analysis, especially some EDA, so exploratory data analysis? And today I thought I would just show you a little bit the power basically of Tableau. So here I have a SQL server already set up. People that subscribe to my courses get access to that SQL server where there's a couple of tables. Actually, there's more than that, but for now I just connected to a single database. So here we're going to look today with Tableau at a table, life expectancy. So I'm just going to drag the table, as you can see here. And right away, Tableau just shows us the column header, and we can see the values as well if we update. So you can see what the table looks like. It's a pretty simple table. So we have country, and then we have a group of people. So there's male 60 years old to male 80 years old, and same thing for female. And then there's a cohort, so depending of the year of the study. So one of the cohort was from 1995 to 2000, and the other one was from 2000 to 2005. And the column value here is basically just the life expectancy. Just to give you an example, so a male of 80 years old in Afghanistan, the cohort was from 2000 to 2005. So on average, these people have about 5 years to live. So most people would just like throw that data in Excel, maybe in R or Python. But let me just show you the power of Tableau. So I'm going to go in the first sheet here, and in the sheet you can see that we already have basically all of our columns. So Tableau preset everything to dimensions. Dimensions is something like country, subgroup, and then we have our measures, which are numbers. Already you can see that the value column has been misplaced, so let's put it back into measures because it's a number. Another way to do that is simply going back to our data source, and here we can specify, you see value, we can specify that it's a whole number basically. If we update it again, you will see the same numbers, but now Tableau recognizes it as a number and not a character string. So if we go back, values here. So now we can just, for example, grab our country, put that into rows, and now we can just take our value and drag it into that column here. So you can see that Tableau is basically doing the count here, so count distinct. Maybe that's not what we want. Maybe we just want to have an average instead, so let's do that. Maybe we can sort our data. So if we sorted descending order, you can see that Japan and Hong Kong, depending of the subgroup, of course. So let's maybe filter the subgroup and concentrate on, let's say, female 60 years old, right? And then let's filter on a cohort 2, so maybe 2000, 2005. And you can see that Japan, for female of 60 years old, if we look at the cohort 2000, 2005, they're estimated to have 27 years to go. So on average, they're going to die at 87 years, basically. And Tableau is very powerful because now we have a table, but we could quickly turn that table into a chart. So if you expand the Show Me tab here, you can see that we can already do a couple of charts. So we could do, for example, tree maps. So there you go. We can see the biggest countries just here. You could have horizontal bars. So again, you could see the biggest countries. We can also turn that chart into a map. So there you go. You have a map of the highest life expectancy. You have different types of maps, so you have that one as well. So you have a bunch of charts, and if you have continuous data, so right now we have countries with is categorical data. You can see that the number of chart is limited, but if you have continuous data, well, you have also line charts. You can see already that only with these charts here, it's pretty powerful. So one last thing I want to show maybe is that those filters here, you can use them in a dashboard. So let's say that we click show filters right here, right? You can already start to play with it. So let's say we don't want the cohort 2000-2005, but we want 1995 to 2000. You can change that here. And you can have multiple sheets. So let's say we keep our first map here, right? And then on the second sheet, we're going to look at subgroups and the average value for those subgroups. And we're going to use country as a filter here. And again, we want the average, right? So there you go. You can see per cohort. So what's the average life expectancy? And then in the end, you can create basically a dashboard where you can drag your different sheets. So here I have 2 sheets. Let's remove that right here. Okay, and then I can add my filters to the top if I want. So let's just add a filter to the top, like this. You know, we can just drag and drop all of those filters, like this. Maybe the table is small, right? So we want to keep we want to have the map bigger. We could change the titles, but let's say for now I just hide it like this. You can also change the type of filters that you want. So let's say I just want single value like as a slider. You could do that. And then the cohort, we just want multiple values as drop down. So there you go. You can see that already we have kind of a very basic and dashboard that we could use. You know, of course, I wouldn't use that dashboard as is because, you know, I didn't think about all the analytic and the KPI that should be there. So from an analytical perspective, this dashboard is not good at all. But I just wanted to show you what's possible with Tableau. It's very fast. It's very efficient, it's very intuitive. So if you're interested to develop that Tableau skill, I suggest you go on my website, coachmancini.com. And in the online course section, there will be a new course. So it's a pre-order, a new course there for Tableau. It's a special price at an offer only for launch. So I suggest that you go on the site and you subscribe right now. Thank you and see you in the next video.